Good afternoon, everyone. I'm curious to know, who here is in Year 12? Nice. Year 11? Nice. Year 10? 9? Anyone younger than Year 9? Excellent. Who knows what they want to do when they leave school? Nice. Yeah, I'm not seeing many hands up. I am working for IBM. I didn't expect to be working for a large global organisation, but after finishing my study here at UTS, actually, during my study, I did an internship. I loved it. I'm still here a few years later. My name is Bloukos. I'm keen to share with you the journey of some of my fellow IBMers. I'd like to introduce them to you and give you a brief insight into what they were doing before they joined IBM, just to give you a little perspective on the varied journeys that we might have between school, university or other study, and work life. So I know there are some whispers in the room. Love you to ask questions later. Keep in mind that we will have time for that. But please give your attention over to these lovely folks. I'll start with Rhody.
Hi, how are you? Hi everyone. So I'm very new to IBM, so hopefully what we'll be able to share today, we're doing a bit of a panel where we'll give a little bit of insight as to what we do. I'm very new, so I've been here for less than 6 months, but I've been in the IT industry for 20 years now, and I don't have a technical bone in my body. And so one of the things that I really wanted to get across is, all of you people out there that are interested in studying business and being part of a really exciting industry. It's not just for technology, it's not just for geeks, I guess. It is a great opening.
So my name's Cameron. So I actually did an IT degree at UTS. I did the Bachelor of IT program. At the time, I thought I wanted to be super technical. I really wanted to do sort of coding and solving coding problems once I graduated, and I have veered massively away from it. I'm certainly not a technical person. What I do day to day is really helping clients solve their business problems. So.
Hi guys, I'm Veronica. So I went to an agricultural high school. Never thought I'd do anything related to commerce or business at all.
I hear some yes in the crowd.
And here I am studying IT and also working for a very large global IT organisation.
Thank you to each of you. So I did hear some excitement in the crowd. Is there an agricultural school? Oh no, it was just some excitement. Well, I'm glad that you're excited. We're really happy to be here. It's the second day for us at the Big Day Inn. We love spending time on campus. I'm privileged in my current role to be able to do that. I get to share with students like yourselves, high school, university, about the different options that you might have when you're considering pathways after high school. So as you heard, I joined IBM as an intern, getting to balance my study with real work experience, interacting with professional people, feeling very much out of my depth, but loving every moment of it. You'll hear more about internships later, and for some of you, it's a long way ahead, but here is a fantastic day for you to get insights from so many people, and I'm sure you've had some great conversations outside, so please keep thinking about things afterwards. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Rhody Burton to share a little about her journey. Thank you, Rhody.
Yeah, so look, I thought I'd just start with just explaining what IBM does. Because, certainly when I was approached to join IBM about 6 months ago, my view of what IBM did and what we actually do, was very, very different. So who here knows IBM? So hands up. Okay. Who thinks that we sell PCs? No, hardly anyone. That's awesome. So look, what IBM has been on a transformation journey. We are an over 104-year-old organisation, so we're one of the oldest companies in IT. But one of the fantastic things about working for a company like IBM is we are leading the charge for this new era of computing that we are in the midst of, and that is the era of cognitive computing. And so what it is that we do, we are helping take cognitive solutions delivered on the cloud, and we go to market by industry. That is kind of the tagline of what it is that we do. But I wanted to make that a little bit more real for you guys about some of the things that we're helping our customers do. So I wanted to give you some examples of some of the things that we're helping them achieve. So one example from a very small startup company, I have one of these on order. There is a company over in the US called Cognitoys. Has anyone heard of this company? Guys, go and Google it. They are basically creating these mini little dinosaurs that incorporate IBM technology in them, that as parents give these toys to their kids, they learn about that kid's personality, the kind of jokes that they like to listen to, the kind of books that they like to read. And so we are helping this small startup bring this incredible cognitive technology into something so simple that kids everywhere are going to want to enjoy. One of the things a little bit closer to home, we work very closely with Border Protection, and so one of the things that they're doing with IBM technology is helping keep all of us safe by using our analytics tools and our predictive analytics tools to make sure that we are keeping terrorists out of our borders and looking for those kind of things that are going to put our company in danger. And so our technology, is helping them do that. A bit more lighthearted as well. I'm not sure if any of you watched the Australian Open, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of your parents did. If any of you watched that footage on television, simple things like the speed, that's captured to show, the speed of the serves. All of that is being captured with IBM technology, and in fact, the apps that people were using to compare, what the players and statistics and all of those incredible things was all built using IBM. So I think one of the main reasons why I joined is if you look at all of the trends that are happening, and to you guys, they're probably not even trends, right? They're just a way of life for you. Things like being digital. How many companies will you want to engage with that don't have a really easy to use digital interface? A mega trend around social and using social data. Again, to your generation, this is just something that you actually expect. Cloud computing, analytics, etc. What attracted me into this organisation is that IBM has technology that enables all of those key things in businesses across the globe, but certainly closer to home for us here. So yeah, I just wanted to give that little insight into IBM, what we do and why I joined.
Thank you. So I think on that note, you've heard a little bit about what we're doing. And it's a funny question that was answered when we had an event on site a few days ago. And the answer sometimes is, what don't we do? And I love being involved in an organisation that is, as Rhody mentioned, across so many industries. And as Cameron said, solving problems for clients and communities, helping us to build a smarter planet. And that logo there is one symbolic of building a smarter planet. So I'd like to ask a few questions of our lovely panel here. I'd like to open this to any one of you. You've heard a little of Rhody's journey just now. How did you decide to pursue a career in IT?
Sure. So let me see. So in year 10, I actually heard about the Bachelor of Information Technology program at UTS. It's a degree which combines both business and IT, and at the time I was thinking, I want to do technical stuff, but I still want to be involved in business decisions. So I set this course forward, which was really aimed at getting myself into that degree. It was mostly because it's all about problem solving, and complex problem solving is something that's very interesting. It's engaging. It's something that I really like doing. And then since then, I suppose as my jobs changed and as my university studies progressed me, I think I've ended up in quite a different field within IT, which I didn't necessarily expect to do, but I've kind of fallen into, which is more cognitive solutions consulting. So I suppose, I intended to do something and then I've kind of veered off course. So.
And on that note, a question for yourselves in the audience. Who has siblings, cousins, other family members, friends who've started in something and then changed course? Statistically, we will change careers or professions 5+ times over the course of your working life. And I think for a lot of us, we know that the IT industry is a dynamic place where you can work in so many areas. Another reason why we feel like it's the place to be. Veronica.
So yeah, I was very different to Cam. I enjoyed a lot of subjects at high school. I didn't do anything related to technology. So I liked agriculture, I did modern history, I did chemistry, so obviously nothing in that field. But I think the main reason I chose to study technology and IT was because I feel like it offers you the most opportunities across any degree that you might choose. And the technology drives so many industries and so many roles and functions in companies today. So the fact that you're studying IT doesn't restrict you to being someone that sits behind a computer and codes all day long. There's opportunities in healthcare, in farming, in medicine, and all of that sort of thing. So I think the ability to just kind of jump across different fields and industries is the thing that mostly appealed to me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess from my perspective, one of the reasons why I was so excited to come here and talk to you guys is I fell into IT. You know, I was travelling in the UK, I was temping at the time, I had a choice of 2 jobs, temping jobs. You know, one of them was at a toothpaste company, which sounded incredibly boring to me, and the other one was IT, and that is literally how I fell into this industry. And I think, you know, if I had known, in fact, I feel very fortunate because the reasons that I do feel fortunate, I look at this industry and we are so incredibly flexible. You know, I get to go overseas often. I get to spend a lot of time in the US. We work with incredible business partners. In fact, when I look at the number of companies that are here presenting to you guys over the next, the next day, and also that you saw yesterday, we work with a lot, if not most, of these organisations. And so there's this really fantastic ecosystem across IT. But the thing that I didn't realise is that you don't have to be technical. So to me, it really doesn't matter what it is that you guys are studying. If I can help any of you make a conscious effort to look at our industry, whether you're studying business, whether you are studying marketing, obviously we really need more ITs. There's a big IT skills shortage. So guys, any of you that are really strong at mathematics or science or any of those subjects, there's some of the obvious ones. But it is just such a fantastic industry to be part of. And you know, you guys have an opportunity not to fall into it. You've got an opportunity to actually choose it.
Thank you. An important question that we feel is particularly relevant for a lot of you here today. If you were in high school, cast your minds back, longer ago for some than others, myself included, what would you have wanted someone to tell you?
Great question. I think, if I cast my mind back, the biggest thing I think I would have wanted to have known is not to get too hung up on what you're learning as you're learning it. I think when I was learning a lot of things in high school and in university, I was very focused on the content of what I was learning. And the reality is a lot of that stuff isn't necessarily day-to-day applicable in the workforce. I look at a lot of the stuff I learnt during uni, and all it really has prepared me for is a sort of a foundational base that helps me understand things. But really everything I've done in my job, is all new things that I'd never really experienced before and wasn't taught as part of my degree or as part of high school. So I guess I'm not saying don't go to uni, don't focus in high school. It's more just the focus should really be on sort of building an understanding of how to learn, how to work, how to do different things. And a lot of the content you learn is really just a foundational base. And I think that's something I would have loved to have known.
So when people talk about being spoon-fed information during years of high school, and I hope that it never happens in university, it's about those critical thinking skills. We need to have that natural curiosity, or to find that curiosity, because being spoon-fed information doesn't help you in the workplace. Thanks, Cameron.
I guess it's back to my earlier comment, guys. I wish that I'd had the opportunity to attend something like this and hear from all these amazing companies and learn a little bit more about industry. And I'm very lucky that I ended up doing something that I'm very passionate about. And I think, the piece of advice that I would give my younger self is, grasp onto the things that you're passionate about. And guys, they're typically the things that you are fundamentally good at. And then try and find, an industry or a career that you can do that, where you can actually make enough money to make a living. I think the other thing that is incredibly important is have a look at the culture of the company that you end up ultimately working for. Yeah.
Speaking of culture, and this speaks about, I love IBM's culture, and that's one of the reasons why I joined as an intern, and I'm now getting to recruit our interns and graduates. So I have such a passion for what IBM does and what we stand for that I can unashamedly speak about what we do and how much I think it's a culture that's worth joining. But just a question on IBM and your perceptions and how they can change over time. Mm-hmm. How did your perception change from before you joined IBM to after you joined?
So my perception of IBM before I started was a very stereotypical view of flashy guys in suits, going around selling big business, that kind of thing. Otherwise, guys behind the computer doing all the hard work. So that's obviously changed now that I'm one of those people. But it's basically, I think I understand it more now as a group of people that are just innovators and doers, that they go out there, work together as a team and help achieve positive change for corporations and also non-government organisations as well. So it's a lot of smart, intelligent and really great people that work there.
This one's actually kind of an interesting one for me. So when I did the BIT program at UTS, as I said, and so I knew a little bit about IBM. I knew we did consulting work. At the time, I thought I wanted to do very strategic work and a lot of strategy consulting work, so helping companies work out what they need to do. When I joined, I found out that we really aren't in the business of doing that too much. Fundamentally, what IBM does is help actually create change inside our clients' businesses. And so the strategy piece, while an important function within IBM, really what we're about is delivering transformational outcomes, which really, if we look at some of the outcomes that we deliver, you guys probably use WhatsApp on your phones. That runs on IBM Cloud. So we're less involved with this, or less focused on the strategic piece and more involved in delivering massive outcomes. You guys probably touch IBM systems every day. So.
And it's one of the realities of an organisation that is looking after other organisations. Unlike some of the fantastic brands that you see outside, you're holding an Apple phone. I know they're not outside. Other brands that you're constantly touching and exposed to, we're a brand that's the backbone of so much technology. So it's great to be able to share a little more with you today. And we're really keen to also ask you to share with us any questions on your mind. We don't have very long, so please don't be shy. Yeah, feel free. Some of our major partners. Ooh,
Yeah,
I might
that's so my responsibility. I manage the relationship with our business partners, and so we've got partners that are incredibly large, like SAP is a big alliance partner of ours. We partner with Deloitte, we partner with TCS, a number of the consulting organisations that you saw today. But we're also partnering with a lot of independent software vendors, and so we're helping some really small startup companies take their products to market as well. So probably some companies that you may not have heard of. And so what we're trying to do is build our ecosystem where we're helping our business partners take their technologies to market. So ranging from big and small.
It helps us to add that much more value to all of our clients when we've got the ability to have a range of views across different industries, whether it's keeping our Qantas planes in the air, trains running in Melbourne. We've got quite a few banks that we look after. So you may already have an account, whether it's NAB, ANZ, Westpac. These are each our clients. We're really pleased to be able to share knowledge across all those different areas. So no, we don't have long. I think there's a lady just here in the middle.
What is the hardest thing about IBM that you think that in your career?
Yeah, sure. There are always challenges, whatever industry, whatever organisation you're in. So just to jump in quickly, knowing that we don't have, I'll just pass to someone else after me also. I think the best thing is working with fantastic, talented, interesting, motivated people. The hardest thing is that there's never enough time for everything that you want to do. And working in a large organisation has lots of benefits, including me moving around in different areas. In learning and development, project management, and now recruitment. I didn't expect those things. So it opens up lots of windows, but working in a large organisation is also challenging. It can be a little bit overwhelming at times. I might pass to just one of our panel members.
I'd actually 100% mirror that. I think one of the hardest things really is just working out how to spread yourself across everything that you want to be doing. You know, if I look at what I'm currently doing, I've currently got really 3 roles inside our organisation. You know, I'd love to be doing more, but I just don't have enough time. So.
Speaking of not having enough time, thank you very much. Pleasure getting to meet with you all. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.